What is up, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another video. This particular video I'm going to get into today is going to be about Ezra Miller and the conversation about bringing him back as the Flash. Now, I'm going to go into why this is a double standard and everything, because there's just a lot of messes going out there right now. So I kind of want to get into it. I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. Again, this is not going to be a long show. I missed you guys yesterday, so I want to make sure that I'm bringing you another show today. So we could, like I said, so we could talk about it. But you already know what it is. The real question is, are you ready? All right, so let's kind of get into this video. First thing, let's pull this up. And again, I'm going to go into some in-depth information regarding this. I'm not just going to go off the seat of my pants. Of course, I'm on Twitter, and it just seems like on Twitter you see everything. Especially when like major companies like IGN's reporting this. Yes, I want to continue as me. Come on now, let's get in here. Because I retweeted something from James Gunn was trying not to tip his hand to the whole Ezra Miller thing. He didn't. He didn't say no to some of the stuff, but he also didn't deny anything. He didn't say, "Oh, that's totally false," like he's done with other things. So I want to get into my Twitter real quick because I want to be able to pull some of this up. Let me I want to go to my tweets and replies to see if this. I didn't. Let me do this real quick before we get into that. I'm going to pull up this. Let me see if I can find the tweet from IGN, so I can kind of give some clearance. I mean, I want to be as transparent as possible. And the reason why I want to be transparent with this, because for one, I don't believe that, and this is the IG, no, not this one, or this is from the 4th. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me pull this up and I'm gonna share my screen here, and then I'm gonna go into it, because what I want to do is get some transparency to this, because I mean, I strongly feel that what we're seeing with this Ezra Miller stuff, Yeah, share tab audio. What we're seeing with this Ezra Miller thing is, to me, now again, this is just to me, is that it's a lot of hypocritical stuff that's going on. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we seen what happened with like Johnny Depp, right? We seen what happened with Johnny Depp when all the accusations came out with him and Amber Heard. And we all know how that ended with him and Amber Heard. So let me kind of get into this a little bit. So while Henry Cavill, this is from the fourth now, it's from a couple days ago, but I do want to talk about, do want to discuss it. It says while Henry Cavill Superman and Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam may not have a role in the new DCU, Ezra Miller's Flash could somehow still play a role according to recent reports. And this is from IGN. So I'm gonna go. No, I want to go to IG. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, I want to share this tab instead. Let's go here. Now, this is the crazy part. It says The Flash. WB reportedly willing to move forward with Ezra Miller. Now, this report is going to talk about everything that went on with Ezra Miller. So this is not like it's something that I'm just pulling off and I'm trying to be malicious or anything. I'm just giving you the report. I'm just reporting the news. And in this, it says sources have told Variety that some Warner Brothers Discovery executives are still willing to work with Miller. According to the report, the fact that Miller has stayed out of trouble since they began mental health treatment last summer has reopened the door to Miller appearing as a Flash again in the future. Now, again, let me just preface this so it doesn't look like I'm just, going at this guy and all of this and all of that. The things that Ezra Miller done, his allegations were horrendous. And it seems like it's a double standard when this guy could get, because he went to mental health treatment, oh, it's all good all over again. You see what I mean? It's like, oh man, it's cool now. But beforehand, it wasn't cool. You know what I mean? Oh, jeez. How you doing that? But, and then it gives me pause is that you introduced James Gunn and P. Safran is the new guys who's going to be running DC in the DCU. Now, James Gunn got fired from Marvel Disney over tweets. And this was beyond tweets. And this guy has an opportunity to get his job back because he's been through mental health treatment. Now, I'm not knocking mental health treatment. I just feel like the allegations were so egregious that you got to separate ties. You got to start all the way over. You can't have this guy from the old regime be able to come back and it's cool again. You know what I mean? Nobody gets chances like this. Nobody's out here getting these second chances. I believe it's a double standard because look what happened with Johnny Depp. So let's go into more of this story and then, we can talk about it. Now, Miller's legal troubles captured nationwide attention last June when the actor seemingly disappeared while facing legal issues in Hawaii, Massachusetts, and North Dakota. Miller has been accused of throwing a chair at a woman, grooming minors. Hold up. Throwing a chair at a woman is horrible, but grooming minors? Grooming minors. If you don't get what that means, then and other misconduct. There's also they were also charged with felony burglary in Vermont. Miller pleaded not guilty to the charge, and the next hearing for the case will be on January 13th. This past summer's legal issues led to multiple reports indicating that Warner Brothers was planning to part ways with Miller for future DC films. The company was also apparently planning multiple scenarios regarding the upcoming Flash movie, including scrapping it entirely. Then in August, Miller apologized for recent behavior, said that they were struggling from complex mental issues. The apology tour continued as Miller reportedly met with WB executives to save the Flash movie. In that movie, Miller reportedly reaffirmed their commitment to the movie, calling the Flash one of their favorite characters to play. Now, this is crazy because if anybody else, again, I'm gonna bring up Johnny Depp, and I'm gonna bring Johnny Depp up for a reason because WB for the Amber Heard allegations totally was like, you gone, you ain't never coming back. Recast his character in the Crimes of Grindelwald, Grindelwald, and he was done. He was done with WB, even though trial hasn't started. None of that happened. You know what I'm saying? Which we all know how that ended. You know, with Amber Heard, you know, the stuff that she went through, and they were still trying to keep Amber Heard in Warner Brothers, but Johnny Depp done. But I don't know what is going on in this scenario for them to decide to keep Ezra Miller in this franchise. I don't get it. And to me, if a guy could come up and say, yeah, you know, it's almost like I could say I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it, you know what I'm saying, let me go get mental health treatment and let me just keep my movie, let me keep my job. I don't believe a lot of people will be able to do that. So I don't know what kind of dirt he has on the WB executives or what's going on, but I've never seen someone with those type of charges, those type of allegations keep his job. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not gonna be favorable to everybody or whatever. But Bill Cosby went to jail over allegations. You know what I mean? The women after women came up and said this is what Bill Cosby did. They sent his ass to jail. Ezra Miller over here grooming minors, burglary, all that stuff. He gets to keep his job. There is a double standard that's going on, and you know, and again, all the allegations that was going on with Johnny Depp. Guess what? He didn't get to keep his job. So what makes Ezra Miller any different? I don't know what's going on with this Flash movie. This Flash movie better be the greatest movie of all time. And even that, he still shouldn't be a part of the of Warner Brothers and DC going forward. That's literally how I feel because it's unfair. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really unfair that anybody else with allegations of that sort would keep their job. Have you ever seen anyone with those type of charges be able to be able to keep their job and still have a big budget, you know, action film that's getting ready to come out that could really elevate and boost his career, not only from the movie sales, but we forget merchandise. There's people that love the Flash. They love the Flash character. But with Ezra Miller, who he's accused of, it's egregious. Why are you keeping this dude around? And I know people gonna say, well, he's not guilty yet. It was a lot of people that wasn't guilty. Johnny Depp wasn't guilty. He had to go to court and he lost almost everything. He's just now getting everything back. And he didn't get to keep his job. So what makes Ezra Miller so different? Let's go back to and for them to say in that meeting, Miller reportedly reaffirmed their commitment to the movie, calling the Flash one of their favorite characters to play. Let's go. Let me go and pull this back up. It said Miller reportedly returned to the set for the Flash reshoots in October, which was a sign that WB was going ahead with the film. The movie's release date was recently moved up 1 week to June 16, 2023. We also know that there's already a script written for The Flash 2, which was reportedly put together just in case The Flash does well. So they're already looking at throwing a sequel. Who is really running Warner Brothers? That's the question that I have. And I'm going to get to the tweet from James Gunn, you know, when a fan asked him about the Ezra Miller thing. I'm gonna go into that. But again, who's really running DCU? And this is the reason why Warner Brothers and the DCEU and the whole, you know, this DC cinematic universe is trash right now. And people are mad at James Gunn. You should be mad at Warner Brothers. Don't be mad at James Gunn. Don't be mad at P. Safran. You know what I mean? All you Snyder, you know, fire James Gunn, all that. Dude, the people who's running, the executives behind the thing is the real villains of this, but I don't want to see that. And this proves it, because I guarantee you, if I was accused of all these type of allegations at my job, I don't think I would be there, because the allegations would be too egregious, especially if I'm in the public eye like that. They're egregious. You know what I mean? And he gets to keep his job again. J- um, James Gunn got fired over old tweets. What are weird? Yeah. But he got fired. They let his ass go. This dude got allegations that's crazy, and he still gets to keep his job, man. I don't get what's going on in Warner Brothers Discovery, but if they go on with this, they're the biggest hypocrites. And I mean, it's literally very hypocritical what they're doing with this. So let me continue to read. Of course, the entire future of DC is still up in the air thanks to the recent creative takeover by James Gunn and Peter Safran. Wonder Woman 3 has already been apparently scrapped, along with Cavill and Johnson's departures. Cavill and Gal Gadot reportedly shot cameos for the Flash movie that has been cut as part of Gunn and Safran's plans. While there is a lot of questions surrounding the future of DC, we can check out the article of what we can expect from DC movies and television in 2023. And that is it for that. Let me go. Okay, we need to reload that. Come on now. Let me go back. Come on now. Yes, continuous me. Continuous me. Come on, let's go. All right, so I want to go. Might have to sign in again. Okay. Let me go to the tweet, because I retweeted it on purpose so I wouldn't forget it. So this was a tweet that James Gunn said. A young man, E-Man said, "Thank you for being transparent, debunking things when possible." Okay, so this guy, Resident Justice RJ, said, "Can you discuss at all the report for Variety in regards to Ezra Miller, the notion that your slate is only 3 years worth of project?" He said, "I don't know what's out there about Ezra. He's keeping it close to the vest, but our slate is 8 to 10 years, but we will only be announcing some of it this month." So I don't believe he made a decision on this. This was from Home and DC, but this is for Variety. Variety reports Wonder Woman would not appear in the first 3 years of DCU. So James Gunn, somebody asked, "Please debunk this," and James Gunn said, "I hereby debunk it only because it's not true." You know what I mean? And I do, like I said, I do appreciate James Gunn's transparency when it comes to reports like this. Now, what I'm going to do is pull up what happened with this whole thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, because remember, Johnny Depp was fired. You know what I mean? Johnny Depp was fired from Warner Brothers. So let me, and this is what I was talking about, double standard, and I trying to figure out exactly what Ezra Miller has, or what is he doing, or what's going on that he's not fired, but they fired Johnny Depp, and they kind of, I don't know what they did with Amber Heard, honestly. But let me see. Let's see. Let's get to the. Now, these guys were married, and everybody knows the story, and I'm not going to. See, so let's see. Oh, Dipsy. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go. It said 4 years later, the couple was back in court, but this time in London. However, this was not Amber Heard's case. She had not chosen to be there. I think this is something else. But I was going to go um into the wife beating out accusations. Now, again, this was reported that Johnny Depp was beating his wife and doing all kinds of crazy stuff with Amber Heard. Uh, it said, and this is what it is. It said the accusation was shocking. Heard said she has been assaulted by him on more than 14 occasions. Now, I showed you Ezra Miller's accusations. So, did he have to beat somebody to be able to lose his job? And remember, these were allegations. And she said there was also a 15th allegation, too dramatic and personal to be heard in court. That's what she said. You know what I mean? And then again, we all know what happened later. You know what I mean? With Amber Heard. They end up finding that Amber Heard was guilty of a lot of the things that Johnny said. They found her, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that she was doing. So again, with this whole allegation with Ezra Miller, again, if it was me that did all of this, I don't believe I will still have, if I got accused of all of that, I just don't believe that I'll keep my job. And it's funny that, Variety is reporting that Ezra Miller could keep his job. And again, I beg the question, who's running Warner Brothers? Is it truly Pete and James? Are they figureheads? Again, to me, this needs to be one of the greatest films that you've ever seen in your life, because I absolutely have no idea why. Now again, I understand why they're going forward with the movie, because they want to recop their funds. But again, they scrapped the Batwoman movie or Batgirl movie. Totally scrapped that. They're keeping this. So even with all the allegations, so was that Batgirl movie that horrible that it couldn't even go on streaming to make a little money back? Is this going to be one of the greatest films that you ever saw? I have no idea. But my problem is that all the allegations from anybody else, they wouldn't keep their job, and Ezra Miller gets to keep his, and I don't get it. It's not being, and again, it hasn't been reported that it's true. Remember, we just seen the tweet from James Gunn. So James Gunn technically didn't debunk it. He said, I just don't know about that. What's going wrong right now? So he kind of kept his, hey man, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I have no idea. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what you want to do. You don't want to kind of get into this back and forth thing because you don't know. You know what I mean? And you're trying to build a universe right now from scratch. And I believe in James Gunn. I believe in what Peter Safran could be able to do as far as rebuilding DC and rebuilding the brand. But if you have this guy on, yeah, I mean, what's the use? Honestly, what's the use if you're going to continue to have a guy with those type of allegations still, lurking around, and he's from the old regime? If you got rid of Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Momoa is going to probably be another character. He's going to be another character, possibly Lobo, which he should have been Lobo in the first place to me. But if you're going to get rid of all these guys, Ezra Miller has to go. That's just my thoughts. But What do you guys think? Make sure you guys put it in the comment section, man. I want to make sure that you again that you guys are interactive with me and just put it in the comment section. I appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting, especially some of the new followers that have subscribed to the channel, man. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna put a context out there, 2,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $100 gift card. That's what I'm gonna do for 2,000 subscribers. So make sure you keep watching. Make sure you are like, sharing, subscribing to this channel. Make sure that you put it in the, hit the bell notification. Never miss one of my videos, man. Like I said, man, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Vibe Power. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. What I would like for you guys to do is like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Also, follow the socials down here too. You never know, might tweet you, might have a good conversation, or hit me up on IG or any of the social medias that you see below you. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher.